News and Facts Podcast, episode 17. We are here recording live in Jacksonville, Florida. We are live again. I got my boy RMC in the building again, recording another episode with me. I think he's here, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate the fact that he's pulled up and, helped me record these episodes the last few weeks. I got my homie Robert here in town with me, you know what I'm saying? Coming in, he's going to be speaking on a few topics that we had today. And I also have the homie Shavante Flakes. He has came in the building
Rage
to
God.
talk to us, the Rage God, the legend of
legend
Mandarin.
himself.
You
What's
know what I'm saying?
poppin'?
The party OG himself has came in the building, and we're going to be discussing a lot of topics, including Rolling Loud 2021, the reopening of festivals, you know what I'm saying, and how it was being in a previous space, being in a space that the homie has worked hard to be in, and now it's just, you know what I'm saying, it's smooth like hot butter on a knife right now. So,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? It's your boy Florida Boy Jay. We here recording again, and I think the first few topics we want to get into was, first of all, Shavante, how was Rolling Loud? How was that experience?
Let's start there.
Bro, Rolling Loud was nothing short of fucking insane. Like, the energy alone, like, as soon as I stepped on the grounds of Rolling Loud, that shit was radiating just everywhere. And nobody was even there yet. It was just the production alone, all the installations, everything. It was fire. It was so well done. How everything was organized was really, really cool. Just all together, it was just such an experience. Once people started piling in, shit, all that energy, like, I felt off rip, it didn't feel like nothing. It felt like everything times 100. Like, it wasn't nothing short of just absolutely insane. Like, it's the best way I could describe it.
Yeah, man. I remember the first time I went to Rolling Loud, and when you get there early, it's already people excited. It's already people lined up. You really can't get there early enough, to be honest.
It's so
Facts.
packed.
You really can't. It's going to be a line when you try to park. When you get off the exit, it's a
Yep.
line. When you're trying to park your car, it's a line.
It's a line,
It's a line to
period.
pay for that parking. Then it's a line to, like, it's a line down the sidewalk that you're walking.
Bro, yeah.
Then to get into the festival, some people do the will call where you walk up and you buy your ticket from there. Some people got it mailed in. But you're guaranteed to miss people. If you're not there before the gates open, like, you're going to be missing people.
And even then, when you're there, like, before the gates open, it's rough, you know what I'm saying? But, for those that don't know, I worked Rolling Loud, and I work festivals in general. So I typically work operations and logistics along with artist relations. So I work with a ton of artists pretty regularly, and it's a whole different world back there. It's a whole different world that obviously the consumers don't see. It can be very trying. It can be very fun. It can be very fulfilling. It's a thankless job, but it's a lot of fun. It is what you make it, and if you're a hard worker, you have a lot of fun. You get a lot of perks, and you meet a lot of, like, the biggest industry moguls and professionals, like, in the industry, literally. And I met quite a few, worked with quite a few. It was crazy,
And I bet you was able to soak up so much game over the years, man. Just, being in contact with these high-end people, at these festivals.
Yeah, man. That's one of my favorite parts about festivals is being able to soak up the game. And there's so much game that's just floating or waiting to be tapped into. Like, if you actually take the time to, and you're really serious about what you're doing, you can really make some really good connections and relationships across the board. And if you're just not a fuck nigga, so to speak, like, you're really gonna shine, you know what I'm saying? Because people recognize people who are actually about it, People recognize people who have a good head on their shoulders, who really want to make something of themselves. It's really easy to see the clout chasers. Like, you see them off rip, the girls that are just there for whatever, sort of thing. So,
The hanger-ons.
What's that?
I said, like, the hanger-ons.
The hanger-ons, bro, they were all out in full force of Rolling Loud. My goodness, like, they were everywhere. But yeah, man, it was a great experience. I worked with a ton of really cool artists. I had some interesting experiences with a couple other artists. And yeah, I just had a great time all the way around.
Yeah, one thing I'll say about Rolling Loud, too, is the festival is the party. Like, by the time you participate in the festival of Rolling Loud, when you leave, you don't want to go out to the club. You don't want to go to another party. You're done. Your feet, your calf muscles, your legs, you're not like a regular person who works out, you're cooked.
Yeah.
You are cooked.
Hey,
By the end of that,
By day 3,
Man.
your whole body's sore. You're in pain. You
feeling it.
are done, man. You might need to get wheeled out of there.
that's a fact. That's
Bro,
a fact.
Rolling Loud is an experience, bro. Especially if you're like in the crowd in the mosh pit. If it's a
Yeah.
day that you like took some shit and now you
I know
going
that mosh
hard,
pit, boy.
Yeah.
like you gonna pay. Oh, open that
That
shit
mosh,
up.
open that shit. Man, come on.
And that's
Yeah.
like the best part of like Rolling Loud, bro. Especially if you like one of the mosh pit niggas, bro. Like,
Yeah.
oh man.
Yeah, I used to be one of the mosh pit people, but since I broke my ankle, I can't do it no
Yeah.
more.
Exactly.
You know? But that was years ago. But you know, the energy is crazy. It's unmatched. Like just hip hop in general being the leading genre in the entire world for the last, I don't know even how many years, but it's been a long time. Like it lives up to every single accolade of it. You know.
And was there any like artists or any moments that like stuck out to you, like as far as like the performance wise?
Oh man, I would have to say T-Pain's performance was
Oh, wow.
top 3, the best performance of the weekend for sure.
Yeah.
T-Pain showed up and showed the fuck out. He let the world know who the fuck he reminded the world of who the fuck he was. You know, for the people that were on some bullshit with T-Pain, and obviously in recent news with like the stuff coming out about what Usher said to him that
Yeah.
sent him into the depression. It was
Right.
really really cool to see the kind of project he put together. Lil Uzi Vert, he went off.
Oh man.
He went off. What a performance. That dude is a performer and a half, yo.
Rock
That
star.
was absolutely insane. Absolute rock star. Man, Puya, he went off too. Like,
You know what? Puya's he's been
a
underground, so
sleeper.
you already
Yeah.
knows
Sleeper.
you already knew what he was gonna do when
Bro.
he hit that stage, bro. You already knew his people was out there.
yo, straight up. Like, and they were out there. Chief Keef, of course, he went off,
Oh,
you
Oh
know.
man, I can only imagine.
Reese
Chief.
was with him too, you know what I'm saying?
Chief?
Bro,
Oh, man.
yeah. And then Young Dolph's performance, bro.
Yo, Young Dolph, I seen him in 2018, bro.
Bro.
Yeah.
My
The
dog.
truth, bro.
Dolph is real cool, and it was really cool too because his manager was actually having some issues. His agent. Yeah, his agent and his manager were having some issues getting in, and I got them taken care of. You know, there was just this is kind of some of the things that happen. Sometimes at festivals with credentials and stuff like that consumers typically don't know about. But sometimes things can get a little weird, a little wonky. But
Oh, so you're telling me you mastered working the front door on the highest of levels?
shit, that's
You know,
not even the
'cause you
front
been-
door.
hey, I'm just
You know what I'm
saying.
saying? That's back door. You know.
You been the guy at the party to be like, you know what I'm saying? The people got trouble getting in, and they got to call Shavante to come through.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? To be
that-
like, yo, so now
Access.
it's just like 10 years later.
Access.
10 years later, you're here in the same situation.
Yeah,
you
bro.
know,
Bigger stage,
who out the band? You know what I'm saying? Had to take care. Like, hey,
Shit.
that's
And
believable.
Dolph. That's crazy.
But that's
Yeah.
believable. Yeah,
It's
definitely,
just wild,
bro.
bro. Like, but if you know how to talk to people, you know how shit works. You pay attention. Like, you carry yourself a certain way. You can sell anything, but like, the main thing is not being on no bullshit. You know what I mean?
Right,
You
right.
walk up, talking shit or whatever, or not really coming with the humbleness that you need to, or like, hey, listen, I have this problem. I feel like you can help me. Like, this is what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Just talk
Because
to 'em.
everybody could be anybody.
Hell yeah, and everybody can be anybody. You never know who you're talking to.
Number one
Ever.
rule.
Ever. You never know who you're talking to. I was talking to the CEO of Sony this weekend. Didn't even realize it. You know what I'm saying? I was taking care of people. I didn't realize who they were at first, but you treat them like a person, take care of them if you can. If not, tell them straight up, yo, I can't do it, but I think, this person might be able to help you, or, you go in this direction or that direction. But, the main thing is really just trying to be straight up and honest with them and, do your best, because just think about it. If you're working a festival, that's
Right.
kind of responsibility you take on. Like, you're working it, people see that you're working it, they're going to ask you questions. Like, if you ain't ready to be like, I can do this and that for you, or I can point you in the right direction, like, stay the fuck out the way,
Because there's a lot of degrees of separation, but at the end of the day, an event like Rolling Loud, it's corporate people walking in and out of there.
Facts.
The degrees is really zero because
Everywhere.
it's so many people from all walks of life that are getting into privy areas.
Yep.
So once you get in a certain area, like you've been to the Players before, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when they have certain levels that you can go to, certain tickets, one of them is where the players go in and out of that you have to have like a high level ticket to get in, right?
Right.
So it's certain spaces, certain privy spaces. Once you get in here, these people who are in these spaces ain't just some schmucks.
Exactly.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It don't matter how they look, they're in this space. It
Yep.
don't matter at this point once you get in these rooms. So it's kind of, you already know once, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
yeah, that's the main point, man.
Man, I even helped Johnny Dang get into a stage over the weekend.
Yeah, because
Oh,
there were
wow.
like 4 stages, right?
Yeah, there was 4. There was 3 pretty much like main stages. So you had the Ciroc stage. So Diddy's stage was there. I met Puffy as well, that was fucking insane too. But he had his Ciroc stage. That was the main stage. And you had Audio Mac. Shout out to Audio Mac. We fuck with Audio Mac heavy. That was the second stage. And then you had the Monster Energy stage. That was the 10th stage. And that shit was like low key underrated in my opinion. I mean, everybody still showed up and showed out to that stage, but that stage was fire. And then you had the Drip stage that had a lot of more just up and coming
artists.
Yeah. But I was mainly at the Monster Energy 10 stage, and the energy that is just under a tent, I don't get it, bro. But like at festivals, like even when I've been to like Escape Halloween, that's a predominantly electronic music festival. Like I was under the tent for that one, and people just, I don't know, bro. I don't know what it is about tents, but like people just go ham, and I think it's maybe because the sun ain't on them. You know, they're protected from the rain. You know,
I think
shit.
because the tent kind of like captures the sound. It's kind of bouncing off, so it's like that energy is kind of being. It's like putting a cover over a pot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that steam is just building on top of each other. So
Yeah.
I think it kind of contains the energy when you're under a tent.
Facts. And all of the sound throughout Rolling Loud all weekend was fucking pristine. Like, at some points when I was, like, backstage, it felt like I was in front of the speakers because the bass was hitting. So shout out to all the sound techs, all the production. They went crazy. I've never had bass, like, rattle my ears like that before.
So
Crazy.
Talking about some of the performances, I don't know if you've seen it. It was a lot of, I know if you've seen it too.
Yeah.
It was a lot of people disappointed in Playboi Carti's performance. They were trying to say he, I guess like he just like stopped performing at a certain point and just like the ad libs and like the track play. Then he just eventually walked off on stuff, and like people were kind of irritated about that. I know people were on Coily Ray's performance. You know, they were on her.
That was the meme.
I seen her backstage too. She it's funny because she looks in real life. She looks exactly how she looks on social media in terms of like her body and mannerisms and shit, like bouncing around and her hair like flopping and shit like that. So it was kind of funny. That's another thing too. There's a lot of rappers that, like, you know, typically people look way cooler on social media type shit. There's a lot of rappers, a lot of artists I met this past weekend that look way cooler in real life. I'm not even like playing, like not even to like
They really
be like
living that
on them
shit.
like that, but like Big Scar, Enchanting, Moneybagg Yo, that nigga's like 6'4".
Yo, he had probably one of the best performances, man.
Bro.
One of the best albums. Oh,
Yeah, let's talk about that. That album was
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Bro, so many artists just, they really carry themselves like just how you see them out on social media. And then of course, you know, you got the ones that don't look, we already know about the ones that, you know, look cooler on social media than they really are.
Right, they got handlers, you know.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you right.
Well, as far as with Playboi Carti, you got to think about it. Like I feel like past couple of years he did Rolling Loud, his energy was like, you know, real high. Like he had the mosh pits going, he was turned up. You know what I'm saying? I feel like probably this past one wasn't really as up to the standards probably as like his fans expected.
It's partly because he knows how bad that album was.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean,
like that last album was not fire, man.
I was very disappointed.
Facts.
But I kind of think, because, you know, if I would have went Roll Out, I would have got there early, because I think Pierre Bourne took the stage, like, early in the set one of these days. But I'm thinking him and Cardi are kind of separating.
They are.
But in a way where it's like a Tom Brady Belichick, like, I got to prove I can do this on my own. Right. But at the end of the day, like, if that's your sound, that's your sound. That's one thing artists need to stop doing, bro. If, like, that's your sound, bro, that's your goddamn sound, bro. Roll with it. Goddamn, if niggas say you made classics, why are you going to divert from that?
And, you know, there's a fine line with that, I feel like, because artists need to explore and evolve their sound, but not at the expense of a reasoning for, like, Cardi, you know, with separating from Pierre. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's kind of like forcing him to, but at the same time, he doesn't have to deviate completely. Like, you don't have to just go in another direction just because, you know, you're getting separated from your producer, from your homie. But, you know, teach their own.
That's kind of what happened with Future and Metro.
Yeah, but at the same time, Future had like Metro. He had like
Southside.
Future had Zaytoven. Future has like a team of producers he can go to and get a different bag. Like, think about it. He has a different sound with each producer.
Yep.
That's a little different from somebody like Cardi with limited catalog, and you kind of blew up with the sound of Pierre. You know what I'm saying? Then
Yeah.
Pierre drops his albums, and his music is fire. His music is
Yeah.
progressing because that's his sound.
Yeah.
So, and he's a producer making music. Those are some of the best artists. Sometimes not, because it also hinders them. You know what I'm saying?
It's
'Cause you
crazy.
don't
His
have anybody
profile's
with
growing
hands on
so
it.
large.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
the track, even the stuff he does with Young Nooney. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
them beats is hard as fuck. So he can always bounce back and forth. I don't think Migos performed, did they?
Yeah, Migos performed.
Okay, they did. I don't know how was their set.
It
I
was
don't-
pretty lit. It was pretty lit. I love the Migos, like, thick and through all the way through. I really fuck with Quavo, Offset, Takeoff. Like, they really have grown just as people and as artists across the board, and they've also, their performance has grown with them as well, which I highly respect, because
Yeah.
people get comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they get to a certain point, but I look up to Quavo a lot. I like how he is business wise. Like, I think the whole group, I just fuck with him super heavy. So their performance was dope, and straightening is my shit right now, because
Straightening.
I'm always trying to get some straightening. I ain't
Bro,
shit.
Amigos set is really just like a big ass party, man.
It
Oh,
really
yeah.
is.
Like they know
yeah.
and that's one thing about Rolling Loud that you see is who's really in tune with their fans or not.
Mhm.
Because you'll go to an artist that you know all the songs you and your people like listen to, like y'all know,
Mhm.
and you'll get there and the artist does like 2 of those songs and the rest of the songs you don't even fuck with. You're like,
Yeah.
yo, who is this nigga?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like,
I ain't
who
never heard
is
this song
nigga?
before.
Who is these niggas?
Why you not
Yeah.
performing your hits? Like,
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like I remember Young Thug kind of did that the first time when I seen him at Rolling Loud 2018. He kind of did that. Also Uzi kind of did that the first time I seen him.
Yeah.
But the second time I seen him, he kind of got more of a hang with it. One
Thug's
person,
performance went off, by the way.
yeah, one person that had a great one was Future. Future was playing like
All the classics.
all the classics, but you know
Yeah.
his catalog is huge though.
Yeah,
how-
Future ain't got nothing but classics pretty much to perform.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So
Like,
it's like you
perform the
really
whole-
can't
yeah.
miss.
You can't miss a few.
You're right.
But it's
didn't-
like that with Uzi too. If Uzi was to choose from, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Especially his last album, because I feel like if the world was open last year, Uzi would have been on like the
Oh,
run
man.
that they're trying to give
Bro.
Lil Baby. I feel like
Eternal
Uzi would.
Take.
I feel like Uzi's album was for like a festival, like a
Yeah.
festival run, and he
He
dropped it
missed
during
out.
quarantine.
Uzi did perform some new shit off Pink that's about to come out.
Yeah.
And that shit fucking banged. Like, he
Yeah.
performed it close to the end of the set, and I was just like, yo, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
man.
So fire. I can't wait for that project to drop.
And then Travis Scott, he performed too out there, and I liked his performance. His performance was pretty dope.
Travis Scott had a really cool performance. One of my homegirls, Hope, shout out to Hope Lansing. She works with Travis. She works with Alien Labs, a weed
Yeah.
company, and
Yeah, they-
she helped develop Travis's new strand that came out.
Oh, that's
And
dope.
yeah, so she was there, with samples and stuff, and she rolls with Travis's crew, and Travis just had a really well put together performance all the way around,
Yeah, that nigga is a high production.
Yeah.
Every time he does anything.
for sure.
I don't know if you guys seen, because I think last episode I wanted to talk about it, but it was I think the night before, or either the night before or a couple of hours before it happened. But Kanye West selling out the Georgia Dome and doing the Donda premiere.
Oh,
Marshall went.
Oh, for real?
I was gonna go
Oh,
with him.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were actually talking about it, and I was about to buy my ticket, but I was like, damn, I gotta get to Miami for Rolling Loud. So I tried to find a plane ticket to fly from Atlanta into Rolling Loud,
And
and
you know
was,
that shit was crazy.
bro, he sent pictures and everything. It was so crazy. And I watched the live stream, but I wish I would have been there, because that whole arena is fire. But yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, like I had a good time, like listening to it, even though a few tracks, I think only premiered like 7 or 8 tracks, something like that. But my main thing, I'm gonna keep it a buck. The beats were fire, the energy was fire, the features were fire.
That Jay-Z
But
feature.
he needs to
Oh,
go
yeah.
back. He needs to go back and redo some of his verses, bro. Cause to me, I'm not gonna lie, like I'll be in the middle of like like that vibe, and then he'll like start rapping or whatever he was doing, and like it was giving me Birdman vibes.
Well,
And I'm like, yo.
it's not finished yet.
I know it's not
Yeah,
finished
yeah,
yet.
it's not
I
finished
know
yet.
that, but it was like even the song he got with Lil Baby, that
Mhm.
that sample has been out for like 3 years, and there's like a couple versions on YouTube, right, with like that song, and the verse he spit, like the second verse, whatever, like you can tell that's probably the one he's experimenting with.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, bro, you need to go back and like work on that. And
Well-
I understand what you're saying and what everybody else is saying, when they're like, everybody else sending their finished tracks for his verses or without the bam. I completely understand that. I know Kanye's just working on it, but my only critique, just being like
Yeah.
objective, because just some
I
people be
feel
like,
you.
oh, it was a classic, it was smash, and
Yeah.
some people be like, oh, it was trash with it, and I'm like, let me try to be objective. Let me say the positives, and let me try
Yeah.
to pick out some things that I think need to work on. I'll just say his verses, if he can finish them and get Sahai in there, then I understand. I feel like he'll have a more complete body of work, and I feel like it'll be an album that people can't say he lost it on, because I don't feel like he lost anything.
Nah, hell no. He's back. This
Yeah,
this post COVID divorce / midlife crisis shit. Hey yo, how many of us could say we have a midlife crisis where we're renting out the Georgia Dome and then now we living in it?
Now we living in it, yeah.
Yo, for real, man.
Yeah,
And
facts.
Kim was still there, like in the Imagine Red. I'm like, well, that's kind of dope.
Yeah, I fuck with that. I really think that's cool, especially because like they got the kids and whatnot, So I'm glad it's like seems pretty amicable for the most part.
Yeah, we were talking outside last time too, and we were saying that everybody was so hyped about Drake's album,
Yeah.
and Kanye just like came out of nowhere, intercepted that hype, and now everybody's like the music world is focused on this Kanye album.
Yeah.
But I think it's better because what I was saying too is I want Drake's album to come out towards the winter.
Bro, I literally was talking about
Bro,
this in a group
yeah.
chat because like
feel
we,
me?
summertime is Drake's time. That's
Right.
that's
And
that's
for the
Drake's
past-
season.
yeah, recently,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And I knew, like, especially with the whole certified lover boy thing. You
Right.
know, like wintertime is equated to cuddling season, all that bullshit and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he got the heart part in his hair now and whatnot. So like, I really feel like this fall winter drop for Drake is gonna be on some next level shit, and a tour is gonna drop as well with it.
Yeah. It has to be a tour. You got to think about it. He pushed it back for this reason.
Yeah.
I think he wanted to see everybody else drop, and then he wanted to, come back and do that with a fall with a banger.
Especially with all the projects, my bad. Especially
No,
with
go
all the
ahead.
projects that have
Oh,
dropped
man.
this year. Oh my god.
It's been some bangers this year, man.
Yeah, and some features. And if you think about it, Drake's best projects have came out in the fall. If you think about Take Care, if you think about, what was the one after Take Care of? Not if you read this too, like, what is it called? One after Take Care.
So,
What was after Take Care? Are you talking about Views? No, Views was,
No,
was
Views
Views came out in the
after-
winter too, though.
Yeah,
It was
Views did
Take
come out in the
Care.
winter.
Nothing was the same.
Nothing
was
was
the
the
same,
same.
yeah.
Both of those came out around the fall time, and I just feel like Drake's best music, and it hits the most when
Yeah.
it gets cold, when it's chilly.
Yeah.
and
He
be
got
having
that
a-
voice for that.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
bro. Like I understand Party Drake. I understand One Team Drake. I understand all that, and
Hell
I
yeah.
feel I know he captures the summer vibe, but Drake just push it back towards the winter. We need that.
Hell yeah,
winter.
that's that Canada shit.
Yeah. I
That's
need
like shit.
I need some Drake bars when it's cold. You know
Yo,
what I'm saying?
for real.
And you got to send a toxic message. or
I was
something
literally
like
about to
that,
say, when you questioning whether or not you're gonna text your ex, and you know damn well you are going to.
bro. That's what I'm saying. And you saying wild shit, bro. So that's
So question. I want to know, what was your best performance that you've seen at Rolling Loud? What was the worst? And this does it have to be from this year, or does it be any year that you've done Rolling Loud?
I'm gonna do this year, even though I didn't see. I would have to say the best performance was T-Pain and Lil Uzi to follow up. But I'm also biased because I'd like to say my dog Dolph also had Dolph's crowd control and the way people know his lyrics is crazy. But you know who else was a sleeper? Tay Money.
Really?
I'm in love with Tay Money on some real shit. But
Wow.
she had a fire performance, and I could hear when I had to leave from backstage. I could hear the entire tent just yelling all of her lyrics, not just
Wow.
singing it, not just rapping it, like yelling at the top of their lungs. These girls are going crazy, bro. And then I forget whose performance it was. I'm pretty sure it was Chief Keef's performance. Like a group of 40 kids hopped the gate. Like literally bum rush the stage, like trying to get up on the stage and shit. Yeah.
damn. Did he
Shit
do that
was
one
crazy.
song? I forgot what it's called.
Finito.
Finito?
Yeah, they do it.
Yeah, he did Finito.
I bet the whole crowd went nuts on that
shoot
shit,
New
man.
Jersey up.
I was just like, God
I know that. I know. He probably didn't have to say that. He probably just put the mic out.
Oh, I just
But everybody just screamed that shit. Even niggas from Jersey, bro.
It was also cool too. 42 Doug's performance was dope because,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
which I'm actually get to something else that's kind of funny with him. But 42 Doug's performance was dope. I fuck with 42 Doug heavy. Man's is like 5'2".
In real life, yeah, bro.
real
You
life,
see it
bro,
in the
bro.
video.
Oh God.
But
That's a small
listen,
guy.
he had the crowd rocking, dog, like the whole time. And on top of that, like he dropped Maybach at the end of his set,
With
and then
Future.
walked. Yeah, that
Oh,
shit bangs.
yeah.
Oh my god! But another cool thing is, he brought like Moneybagg Yo came out for
Right,
his set,
right.
which was mad cool, and they also performed a bunch of Pooh Shiesty songs. Free the Guy Pooh,
Free Pooh,
Free
man.
Fujiano.
Brr.
Yeah.
Pooh Shiesty definitely would have been out there.
Bro, well, see, 42 Doug took Pooh Shiesty's spot because Pooh Shiesty's locked up.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to see him, you know, the whole crew, everybody up there from
10-17.
from
Memphis and
yeah,
everything.
1017, Memphis. They all came out. They're showing support, so that was mad cool.
That's huge, man.
Yeah, I really fuck with all of them. They really showed out, and they gave out free Pooh Shiesty shirts and stuff too. So you know, it was mad cool. It was. The funny part is, so I was driving 42 Doug from stage to back to the artist compound, and these girls recognized me, and they like straight up like screamed, "Oh my God, that's so and so," you know, just full government name. And I was like, "Yo, bro, like don't be yelling out my government name like that." 42 Doug mocked me, dog. He's like, "Yo, bro, don't be yelling out my government name." And I was like, "The fuck?" So I was like, "Bro, I really sound like that? He ain't say shit." I was like, "Damn, dog, like chill out. Like you got like $700,000 worth of jewelry on. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Leave me alone, bro. You up, dog."
For real.
Yeah, but it was funny. Like, you know, little stuff like that happens, and like artists are really cool, you know, for the most part. A lot of artists, you could tell they were tired. They weren't used to all the heat. You know, this is like the first festival back for a lot of them.
It's hot in Miami, boy.
Yeah,
It was training camp.
God.
It was week 1.
Training camp week 1.
Gas.
Preseason.
Getting that rust off.
Yo, and then the rain too. Oh my God!
And
So
I'm
that
forget about
humidity, that air was thick.
bro, this shit was thick as fuck. I had my rain jacket on. I'm like taking off my harness, my radio and everything. Take my rain jacket off. Then I put that bitch back on because it started raining again and all sorts of shit. So it's a whole different animal. Like if you're not used to working festivals and shit, you can get really caught up like wearing the wrong shit. You know, I only wear boots. Like I only wear, you know, just make sure like I got
Tactical
the
gear. Yeah,
straight
tactical,
up.
yeah.
All simple.
Might have
you know.
to body slam a nigga.
Hell
right?
yeah.
Who knows?
You never
I'm coming
know.
out for
You
everything.
never know in
nigga.
Florida.
You never know.
Lay a nigga down.
Yo, you know who else had a fire performance? Young Nudie.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
man,
His
I
shit
love
went
Nudie,
off
man.
too. So did
Niggas fuck with Newton down here, bro. Like,
Drake Kenji.
yeah.
Drake
yeah.
Kenji. Yo, my little brother had told me about him, and I slept like hard, but he had the crowd rocking too, and he had an early slot, and them kids were out there.
Damn.
All out there. It was amazing to see. So on the way back, driving from Miami, I listened to pretty much almost his entire discography, almost damn near. I know I listened to 2 projects and a couple singles, but yeah, his shit's fire. Look out for that kid. He reminds me of Juice WRLD a lot.
Yeah, and then I know one of the biggest things that has been rolling out from Rolling Loud, no pun intended, was the baby, his performance in his comments, and him bringing out Tory Lanez right after Meg's performance, and you know everything with that. Like,
Man, that was rough to see and hear about, because I actually didn't see that performance, but I heard about it, and it really sucked because, you know,
Yeah,
I
was it-
really fuck with the baby.
was it like a buzz about his performance like right after, or was it more like the media took it over after like the show? You know what I'm saying?
I think that people at the show were insanely upset, both gay people and not gay people,
Oh,
at his
wow.
comments.
So you
that he
felt the
made.
energy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people definitely were, you know, off put by it. You know, somebody threw a shoe at him and shit.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
people were hella upset. And I mean, you know, his comments were very fucked up and very insensitive. And like, you have a whole conglomerate group of people there at Rolling Loud that come from all walks of life, that are affected by a lot of different things.
Right.
You know, one of the biggest movements right now is the LGBTQT plus community. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, they're fighting for their rights consistently all the time, you know, just like, you know, black people are, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's a hot topic right now. So to see him make that mistake, that utterly irresponsible and just unexcusable mistake, was really upsetting, because I really ride for the baby. So people were definitely upset.
Yeah, my thing on it too is just like, even if you feel like that, bro, like that's cool, but you don't have to say that at that event at that point.
It's time.
It's a time and a place for
Time
everything.
was terrible.
And the baby is such a good shit talker. He could have said so much other shit.
It was
That's what
unnecessary.
that was
That's
my
what it was,
point.
it was unnecessary.
very
That's my
unnecessary.
point. Like, you could have literally, like, you didn't have to wear that target on your back.
Yeah.
Like,
for
you
what?
didn't have to do, like,
Yeah.
nobody told you to do that. And then honestly, on top of the fact that you're losing what you like, the value. Like, Tory Lanez attached himself to you because it's like, okay, you're the one dude that mainstream is accepting that I can come through the back door with.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And now you just threw yourself out the window with me.
Yeah.
And now the fact that you associate yourself with me, now we're both looking like idiots.
Two bozos.
Because now people can blackball the baby.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And it's like,
and he gave him the ammo.
that's my point. It's
Give him
like,
that
bro,
shit.
you are already a target. And you know what? He didn't realize that because you were standing so close to Tory Lanez, you were already making yourself a target.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they were waiting on you to do something stupid, and then you just came outside serving dope in the
Yep.
intersection
And
undercover.
To undercover, yeah.
And it
That's
was
what I'm
and
saying.
it was crack mixed with fentanyl. Like, you're doing big time.
He just
They're throwing football
reignited-
jerseys on you.
He reignited the shit out of the fire too, because like shit was dying down on Tory. You know,
Exactly.
Tory was on
You were
his way
kind of
going
saving
back.
He was
Tory,
kinda
bro.
getting to a
yeah,
point
you
to
were
where it
like
was-
I'm saying, you were helping. You were getting him through the doors.
Yep.
Even though people had the spotlight on you, like, all right, we're gonna, you know what I'm saying, like, we don't like it, but you're already in the mainstream door, so we gotta like accept it. And then you do what you do. Then Elton John comes out. Then the chick you did the track comes out. Then Demi Lovato comes out saying stream the original version. And then like, you know,
Everybody's now.
and then the brand, one of the brands that
He did the fashion
the
one with?
fashion thing, they dropped him.
Yeah.
So now you have a snowball effect of endorsements and
Yeah.
other festivals that might not tolerate you, and now you're gonna have to come out and overcompensate for what you did, and now like you're gonna have to come out here and he's gonna have to do gay pride events. He's gonna have to come out here and do AIDS walks
Slut walks.
and slut walks, and
I
now
don't
he's,
even
and
know
now
if he'll
he's going
do
to
that.
have to.
I don't even know if he's built like that in terms of like, you know, he's one of them niggas, in my opinion, that's just really headstrong in what he believes in. And if you see his tweets, his recent tweets, he doubled down on the shit.
I
And he
believe that,
deflected, dog. I'm just like, bro, like, I really fucked with you, dog. Like, and I was
Yeah.
riding with you hard. You know what I mean? Niggas is always like, the baby got the same flow and everything. I'm like, nigga, listen to his projects. Like, homie has different flows, blah, blah, whatever, you know, what have you. But now, like, you didn't.
But you gotta understand too with this. Everybody's fighting for free speech, right? And sometimes you don't want to get caught up in the cancellation game just because somebody says something you don't like. Because once you're silencing them, you're silencing yourself when you want to say something that people might not like. That's my only thing. Where even if it's somebody that I don't agree with, even when it's like a Candace Owens, or if I'm watching some other bullshit, right?
Tommy Lauren.
Or just whatever bullshit, right? I'm not gonna sit there and say they need to be silenced. They need to get their platform taken away, who out the ban, because at the end of the day, free speech is universal. I can't preach for something but get mad at when it comes back to me. Like, I
Yeah.
can't say I want to play football and then get mad when I get hit. That's my only thing. Even if it's somebody who says something disgusting and vile, I may not agree with. The world may not agree with it. Like 90% of people may not agree with it. Okay, that's the time where it's like, okay, free speech. You said something and it's fucked up. That's just the domino effect of free speech. You know what I'm saying?
But the other thing about that is understanding that you have free speech, but there's also consequences that come with that.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's consequences.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So like,
Exactly. You
I-
will get shit taken away.
yeah, exactly. Like people, like these same people that propped you up and gave you this, and that, they can take that shit right
Take it
away.
right
Oh,
back,
like
yeah.
I don't like you no more. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody
Exactly.
obligated to
Exactly.
keep, you know, keep up with your bullshit or co-sign you or condone that, you know, in any sort of way. So it's definitely an interesting, a slippery slope in terms of just.
And you
in
know why you
general.
gotta have free speech though? Because it's going to expose the people who truly feel in that fashion, and sooner or later they're going to say something or do something that exposes who they really are.
Absolutely.
To get them out the way. So free speech is also, yeah, I'm gonna give you the gun to shoot yourself, because you're gonna eventually say how you really feel.
Yeah,
If
a lot of
free
times
speech
you
wasn't
wanna
here,
see-
then you wouldn't know who the wolves are in sheep's clothing.
Yeah.
That's how I feel sometimes. So even if somebody comes out and says something vile and disgusting, you would never expect it. They would have said it, but you would have never known if they didn't feel comfortable enough to actually say that out loud.
Exactly.
Facts.
So-
Sometimes you gotta let people show their hand.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
free speech can hurt, but it can also help when it exposes who's actually misusing the free speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes things have to get sacrificed, feelings have to get hurt to understand the truth. And somebody else's truth, it doesn't have to be the truth, but it's true that they feel how they feel.
Yeah, it's how
Now
they
it's
feel.
up to us to react and act accordingly off of how they have now exposed who they really are.
And now you know how to move.
Yeah.
Exactly. If it wasn't free speech, R. Kelly wouldn't say all that stuff to get him incriminated. If it
That's
wasn't
a
for
fact.
free speech, a lot of people who run off the, oh, it's free speech, I say what I want to say, end up fucking themselves over with.
Yeah.
Even with the Bill Cosby case, they not only was it free speech, they gave him immunity. and they still took it back legally.
Yeah.
And he just got out, but still, that tells you that free speech is really just when the police tell you what you can and say will be used against you. That's what free speech is in real life now.
That's what I mean.
So anything you
Give
say
you the rope
can
to
and
hang
will be
yourself.
used
Can incriminate
against you,
you,
not
can,
only in the
yeah.
court of law, but in the court of public opinion.
Yep.
So that shit is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then another thing, I don't know if you've been paying attention to sports, but the USA Olympic team right
man,
now
let's talk about it, man.
is hot ass, man. Randy, if you want to,
Yeah, man. I got a problem. What's going on with Team USA, man? Honestly,
Shit.
this is the first time I feel like we really might not place. And I'm really talking about gold, silver, and bronze, like at all. You know, like we lost our first game in the pool play. We won our second game. I'm really nervous right now because there's no camaraderie within the team. There's no chemistry. Guys are just going out there.
There's no offensive flow.
Going with the motions, just jacking up shots. You know, there's no defense. Guys are really lax. They're not getting the calls they want, so they
They're
crying
still
about
flopping.
it. Still
Yeah.
flopping.
Yeah,
Like,
trying to talk to the
look.
ref. They're going. It's 4-5 now.
yeah, it's
Because you
4-5
talking to the
because
ref.
you sit here crying to the ref that doesn't even know English.
Now it's
He
a
looking
layup.
at you like you stupid.
You hear about the Iran game?
Yeah, I heard about it, man. And honestly,
What happened with the Iraq game?
Well, they finally won.
yeah, they finally
Like
won.
because they finally,
They moved-
Popovich finally did some right shit as
You
far
know
as
what?
like his fine tuning and like his, I guess how he's running the players now. So I guess
Okay.
they won like 20.
So they had a better bench rotation.
Okay,
Yeah.
because the thing
He just
and-
switched people out.
Yeah, switch
and
people,
something
yeah.
and something I haven't appreciated is the fact that the KD and the Bam situation
Yeah.
with them going back and forth like that shit's crazy.
Yeah, really.
You got two guys on the team going back and forth. That's not good, man.
Nah, not at all.
Not at all, man. And my thing with KD is, man, like you got to stop being so sensitive, man.
Yeah. Oh man.
You are an NBA superstar, bro.
Katie is
Yeah,
so
like you and
sensitive,
Bam going
man.
back and forth
Anybody
over
can
some
tweet it.
bullshit,
It'll
bro.
pop off
Anybody,
for no
like
reason.
he be
Can't
going
do
back
that.
at people with 50 followers, like on Twitter. Like, come on,
One of
man.
the best players in the world.
You got to hold yourself to a higher standard. You know what I'm saying? Like everything can't get under your skin. You know what I'm saying?
And you'd think he'd have thicker skin than that.
You know, like,
Yeah,
but
he's not showing any type of leadership to me personally.
I've never been a big KD fan anyway, so this just adds to my fire of not liking him, you know?
I've always liked KD, but he's always kind of been, I don't know, man. Like
I respect his talent.
Yeah, I
he-
respect
He
his
seems
talent.
like he's always missing something internally, man, and I don't have time. And I just feel like he's too old to be pouting
I
the
think
way
he's
he
just
pouts.
insecure as fuck.
Yeah, and
That
it's like,
too.
dude,
That too.
why? I
He's
mean,
very
I
insecure in
understand
his
you don't have
position.
no hair, but you can't have it all, my nigga. Like, come on, bro. Like, you
My
7
dog
foot.
got enough money to buy
Bro,
hair.
you don't know. You
Shit,
don't even
dog.
brush that, Robert. Bro, that's not even something you brush, bro. You just gotta let that rock.
yeah, he can't brush that, man.
Yeah, man. That
But you
shit
need to
is
hit up LeBron, dog. You know, he got
Man,
his shit
LeBron
right.
ain't got nothing right.
But see, this rolls into the
LeBron
next
getting
topic
overtime. What's
though.
up?
Who would win between the 04 team and the 21 team?
Yeah, because both those teams were trash. I would probably,
Hot ass, bro.
I would probably roll with the 04 team. The only reason why I say that is because they at least won bronze.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this team's gonna win bronze, especially with that team. They still had Tim Duncan, bro.
Yo, Luka Doncic, he's out here dropping 48.
Bro, I don't
Man.
even want to
Triple
see
doubles.
them, bro. I don't even want to see them. You know what he's gonna do to this NBA
He's gonna
players, bro?
slaughter Team
That
USA.
dude is insane.
Like, man, like, you can look at it. 014, 02, they had what? Iverson, Vince Carter.
No, they didn't even have Vince Carter, bro. They had Iverson, Marbury,
yeah.
Marion, Odom, Tim Duncan, Wade, LeBron, Stoudemire,
They never played.
Melo. I think they had like Tayshaun Prince, maybe.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
I don't
Carlos
remember all that.
Boozer. They had Carlos Boozer.
But that 014 was horrible. I remember that when they came here to Jacksonville, me and Hill was talking about it the other day. They came here for like a exhibition game, and I just remember seeing them. I'm just like, bro, this team is bad.
Just
Bro.
ass for
This
no
is
reason.
bad.
Bro, we play like Puerto Rico, and I won't even say we look.
We look good. I said we didn't look good against Puerto Rico back in 04. Like,
And I don't know, man. My main thing is, like I was telling Randy a couple days ago, I'm like, you can't have those teams that you had when you had Kobe, LeBron, Durant,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying, Wade. You can't send those teams over for like a 10 years, not even 10 year span, but like a 6 year
yeah,
span.
6 years, 6 years, man.
And then expect those players from those countries that you beat not to get more talented. I mean, they
Yeah.
played against
The
Kobe
rest of the
Bryant.
world caught
Yeah.
up.
Like they played against LeBron already. So when you sending people
Mm-hmm.
lesser than, they're like, bro, it's not. I've seen LeBron at his peak in
Yeah.
2012. Like I seen Kobe in 08. Like I seen
seen
D Wade.
D-Wade,
Like
Melo.
I've seen the greatest you can ever
USA
send.
Melo.
That's what I'm saying. So they looking at the Olympic team how we're looking at it. Like, bro,
Yeah.
these niggas ain't triple. Like we
Yeah.
played against your best.
Like-
These guys are just really good NBA players.
Yep.
Yep.
You don't
Y'all
have
washed.
Curry's not out here.
Yep.
And even though you
Yeah,
got
facts.
Durant ain't gonna save you, bro. Because this ain't
He can't do it by himself.
Nah, like
Yeah.
even when Melo used to take off, he was taking off within the team offense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, or when you had a Kobe and a LeBron and a Wade, like yeah, they can just run they can just do what they're doing
Yeah.
because
they
their
just
basketball
naturally gifted.
IQ, right? And
Yeah.
the rhythm that they got, like you seen it.
Yeah.
Kobe used to just okay, fuck it, I'm
Yeah.
getting this shit. LeBron, alley fast break.
Catch it in one hand, boom.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't like that now.
No
They don't
look
have those.
passes, not knowing where
Right.
homeboy was,
They
but
don't
knowing
have-
he was there.
Right, they don't have the athletes. They don't have a Melo to be the fourth scorer. They don't even have a Melo as a like the close thing you got to Melo is a Durant, and everybody else on that team is not no Melo back when in his prime.
No,
Not on the scoring
even
level.
with Damian Lillard, it's just like he's not even playing hard. I mean, he played hard against Iran, but
Yeah. They
But
just
they
not
need,
do that.
and
Who's
it's-
Iran?
But it's like on top of the fact that it's like, bro, this is not you're not on the Blazers.
Yeah.
It's not the NBA, bro. This is a whole different game, so you can't just ISO your way to a victory, bro.
Yeah,
no,
bro, you got
the
to
team
fight for
runs
that
zones.
shit.
Bro, exactly.
They run
International
zones.
zones, bro. You can't just penetrate and get a superstar call. So you can go in that lane, try to make the basket because
Yeah.
you're not gonna get a call.
Yeah.
It's just
Facts.
embarrassing watching those guys, bro.
shout out to Team USA. Hopefully, y'all boys place, man.
Remember,
That's all I can say.
these boys are ass.
You
Man.
saw that stuff with Simone Biles?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
She
man.
ended up quitting the Olympics based off of mental health reasons. Same thing
Yeah.
Naomi Osaka did.
Yeah, I
You
feel like
know.
those things are correlated in a sense.
But I'm for
I
it
can
because
see
at
it.
the end of the day, I feel like when you're that dominant, like you can stop if you want to.
I
Yeah.
feel like it's always been like that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
It's
what
just
is
now they're just accepting it. Mental health was never talked about before, so now
Facts.
they actually have the chance to say, "Look, I'm not coming in today because I don't fucking feel like it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back then, like you would have got crucified for that, like
Yeah.
you're weak and all this other shit. Now they put mental health on the front.
But I'm happy it's women who are doing it because they can't be looked at as weak or
Yeah.
like they're not going to be. I mean, they tried to do it with Naomi Osaka, but it's always like the first person who's kind of going to get, kind of like the brunt of everything.
Yeah.
But I feel like now that Simone Biles did it, like they're not really going too hard because they understand that okay, people do
They're
have
starting
these-
to get it.
Yeah.
On top of that, it's athletes who do it at the level that nobody can even touch. So
Their accolades are already
yeah,
there.
they can sit
Yeah.
back and
Like,
be like,
they're
all right,
already
I'm
champions.
done.
Simone one of the most
And-
dominant. What you gonna say?
Above all else, too, like they're motherfucking human beings, dog.
Facts.
Like they got feelings. They go through some of the most intense and rigorous training that these motherfuckers sit on the couch could never even fathom. You know what I mean? Like they push their bodies to the limits, past it, and then pass it again. Like that wears and tears, and depending on your mental state, it really and depending on your team and how much you're ignoring it or talking about it, it can really, really start to take a toll on you. It's a really serious thing, and I'm really grateful and happy that, it's being taken more seriously across the board because for the longest time it wasn't, and it still isn't being taken as serious, in my opinion, as it should be, but I'm grateful for the progress that has been made
It's a
within
start.
mental health.
Yeah, at least the awareness is getting there now.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. And people, they honestly act like athletes aren't human beings. Like they're not normal people. Like they don't
Oh
have
my God,
day-to-day
it's the
things they
worst.
go through. Like
Same with artists.
yeah, rappers, artists,
Yep.
singers, it doesn't matter. You know what
Until
I'm
they
saying?
go
Like,
through it themselves and they understand.
and
Yeah.
exactly.
You got a million people. One day they love you. You miss a basket. Next day you trash.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
people was sending death threats. Like that weighs on you, bro.
Yep.
It does.
Over
Man.
basketball.
You sing a
over
hook wrong
gymnastics.
and somebody's just off the shits with, yo, you're trash, you lost a fan, yada yada yada. Like,
Yesterday
hold
you
up.
just tweeted you like you're my favorite person.
You know
like,
what I'm
now
saying?
Shit. Like come on now.
Motherfuckers switch up so quick, and that's a problem I have with a lot of like just regular consumers in general. Like, yo, don't forget we're all humans first and foremost. We all got feelings. We all feel things differently. We might not articulate things the same way or feel or think the same, but like at the end of the day, we all got some sort of feeling towards something. Like, be kind, shit,
And people don't understand what other people go through most of the time. Or they understand it, but if they're not going through it at that time, they don't have empathy for somebody else in that same situation. You know
A little
what I'm
bit of
saying?
empathy goes
Yeah.
such a long way.
That's how it usually goes. Not even switch up topics too much, but I don't know if anybody's seen Ari dance on her gay friend at the strip club.
No.
Did y'all see that?
I didn't see that.
I seen it.
Oh, pull the video up.
Okay, let me see if we can find the video.
Yeah,
bro.
you
Like,
gotta see this video, man.
honestly, man, and
This is what I was saying about it, and
At the
I
strip
know-
club? Wait, for the party that Moneybagg Yo threw
I
her
think
for her
so.
birthday?
I think so.
Yeah,
It was one of the parties she was at, but she was being, she was doing a lot. She was doing a lot. Now, he did tweet and come out and say he's not insecure in his position. He said he trusts his girl, whoop, whoop. But my thing is, a certain level of respect that you gotta have. You know what I'm saying? And like,
I mean, he tried to keep it player because it's
yeah,
like,
he
brother.
got to keep it playing.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, here's the video right here. This is Moneybagg Yo's girl, and this is
yeah.
apparently her gay friend that he was
He
dancing
said apparently.
on.
Well, damn. I mean, that's a little wild, but personally, like,
Did you see him clapping the cheeks at the end?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
this
seen
is,
that.
This
Okay,
is how I
yeah,
feel.
okay.
This is how I
That's
feel,
her,
bro.
Yeah.
that's her gay friend.
That's her. Exactly. That's
on,
her.
man.
That's her gay friend.
well,
No.
Yeah,
First of all,
you're not-
I don't. If I had a girl and she had a gay friend, like I don't care at all. I really don't. But one thing that's not happening is you're not getting comfortable with him like this is one of your girlfriends. 'Cause at the end of the day, like he has a penis too. So you're not gonna, I'm pretty sure it gets hard same as anybody else, right? Because he's a dude. It don't matter. No, he's a dude. So if you got a girl like bouncing her ass cheeks on you, bro, like you have the potential to like have an erection and you're having pleasure
Yeah,
with
of
my
course.
girl doing this. So after that, then all that he's gay doesn't matter goes out
It's
the
thrown
window.
out the door,
And
yeah.
and even if you're saying you're insecure, like dude, no, like so. My girl's not having, how girls get undressed in front of their friends? No, my girl's not getting dressed in front of her gay friend. Like, she's not going to be, we're just having a sleepover. I went over to sleep at Greg's house because, we got drunk. No, you didn't. No, we're not. Like, he's still a man, and I'm going to,
Yeah.
or I don't know if even if, we got these pronouns and, them and they, but at the end of the day,
I'm not gonna go down that route.
yeah, I'm not letting that ride. That, I'm pretty sure Moneybagg Yo had a conversation with her, like, behind the scenes and in public. He's like, oh, y'all niggas.
and that's all that matters, though, at the end of the day, too. Because it is their relationship.
Yeah, if he comfortable
Yeah.
with it,
But I'm talking about scenarios like
yeah.
if
you in that position, me personally, no.
if I'm in the spot and I'm like Randy, I'm sending you a video, your girl's out here dancing on like Jordan or some shit. You know
Get
what
her
I'm
cheek
saying?
clap.
Like, bro, I don't give a damn if it is Jordan. Like, you know what I'm saying? We know what Jordan talking about. Even,
Yeah.
I don't care if it was him. Like, nah.
Which Jordan we talking about?
We talking about Jordan Burke.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
bird.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I don't give a fuck if you're clapping.
Hey, yo,
Too,
Jordan,
but I
man,
was
that's
like, no.
Hey,
But that's what I'm saying. You could be like shaking ass on him and be like, yo, you going a little too hard right now.
well, I don't know. I'm way different about it. I definitely see what y'all are saying, but like, it's one of those things where like, if I trust her, I trust her. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't care too much. I'd be like, hey, yo, I might say something like, yo, like that was, I thought that's for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You dance on your dude friend, but like you was, you know what I'm saying? So like, I might say something like that, but like at the end of the day, it's kind of like, yo, that's a gay friend, whatever. She pulled some bullshit, and we kicking her to the curb.
Like Randy said, I do think they respect that. Because, like, imagine you look at that shit and you see your girl out there doing that. I don't care how gay he is.
Yeah.
Like, somebody gonna look at that shit and be like, that don't look right. Just like how
I don't care about the action. It's just the fact that it's being recorded. It's being
Yeah,
put
it's
on
like,
like,
just
for the world to
Yeah, I
see.
don't
Like, come
trust
on,
it.
that's
Yeah, yeah.
That's
a little
kind
much.
of. I think that comes down
She's
to the
showing out in front of
relationship,
the whole
though.
world.
I think that comes down to the relationship for sure between
Yeah, that
between
too.
you and your girl for sure
Yeah.
because that very well could be. It could have been. Bag is just like
That's the
whatever.
personality of his girl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
he
just how
could
she
be
is.
whatever. About it. He knows, and there's a mutual understanding there. But if there wasn't, which I highly doubt there isn't, because Bag and Ari have been through some shit, already. So I feel like they have a really good understanding between each other. I feel like it's a little bit different. So I think those boundaries are for them to figure out and decide. I definitely agree. It's a little. That video was a little.
But-
That was a lot. But
If Moneybagg was in the strip club with his favorite lesbian,
I'm gonna say switch the roles.
and she was thick as hell, fine, because there's some cute lesbian out there.
Well,
And
this is-
she throwing it back.
just
on
remember,
him.
this was for Ari's birthday, so
That's
you
what I'm
already
saying.
knew what time it was.
True, that's true.
You know, like there's a little bit that comes with
I
that
feel like
territory.
Reverse the roles. it's my birthday.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Coming out. Psh,
Listen, I'm keeping it a buck with you. I'm not saying like, first of all, let me give this disclaimer. I'm not saying I know women. at all. I don't think any man can say he knows women.
Hell
but
no.
Yeah, definitely
I would
not.
say that I think I'm aware of female tendencies and female nature. All right. So when I say that, I'm not going to give you the rope to hang myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be like, hey, yeah, go hang out with your gay friend. Go hang out with who out the band. Because now I'm not opening up those doors. Because like you said, now I can have my lesbian friends. Now I can blur the lines. Like, if we're over there blurring lines, just have an open relationship. We know they may have one, they may not. But I'm not speaking on them. I'm speaking on me personally. Depending on how I met my girl, if that's her personality, cool. But that's something I would have to know beforehand.
Yeah.
On top of the fact, that's not something that I would.
That
be,
goes back to communication.
right.
Yeah.
But with me, hey man, listen, you could be dancing like that on your homegirl, bro. Like, but like on another dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't care if he's like in like, you know, like drag or whatever.
So you just saying gay or not, it don't matter. That's a man. You just not going.
You just relax, man.
Yeah,
Find a
chill,
girl to
yeah.
do this on, bro. Like, you
Yeah.
bouncing on that for what? There's plenty of women you could be shaking that ass on, but your gay friend with the tool, that's what you want to bounce your ass on, huh? That's what you found in this whole club with strippers in here that would gladly take you throwing it back on them. You're picking the
Yeah.
dude with the tool that you're cool with, but because he's gay, now we can get out of jail free card. Just because you're not using that as a weapon against me to prosper. That's what we're not gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
And
god.
I'm just saying, dude, that's not what's happening over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that was your homegirl, cool. Even if that was even if that was your friend who is like a lesbian, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would still look side eye, but I would be like, you know what? Actually, I would probably.
Well,
still have a
damn,
problem
John,
with
what
that.
can she
Actually,
do,
no,
bro?
I would-
Hey, and this world is crazy though.
But
This world is
But the
crazy.
reason why I,
I mean,
say that,
yeah.
the reason why I say that, because
Anything
this,
really be
because on
happening.
some real deal, bro, like, some of these women out here, even if that's your old lady, bro, just because that's your whiz don't mean your whiz ain't somebody else's squeeze. So, like, you can be out here in the
We
strip
see it
club
all the
and thinking
time.
you trust a motherfucker, and because you got that trust, she over there getting dicked down by the gay friend because you think his shit's sweet, or she's over there getting you know, hit with the strap by the lesbian friend because everything all cool and everybody's liberal, and I want to prove how confident I am,
shit.
and I want to prove how
He said-
much I'm secure myself. I'm gonna set the play up for another man to do something because I don't want to prove I'm insecure. Women like to do whole shit and say a nigga's insecure when you react off of the whole shit that they do.
It goes back to establishing boundaries and communication.
It does.
Gotta have a boundary. Yeah.
Because if that's violated, then at that point it's like, you know, hey yo, we talked about this. I said I didn't like that. You agreed. You know, you set your boundaries with me, and I said I wouldn't do that, and I didn't, and you know, yeah, whatever. But that is definitely it's a fine line with kind of like, I'm very laid back on that, and that's also why I don't have a girlfriend, because for the most part I feel like I can't trust none of these women out here for the most part. Like, everybody wants something, or they always, you know, just fucking around and, you know, not being serious. So like, I also kind of pretty much stay away from relationships for that reason. So yeah.
I mean, like, dance on your girlfriends, bro. I don't care, bro. But when it's somebody that can be, like, sexually attracted to you and you're over there, like, bouncing that ass on, and it's like, yo, what if I'm in the club just, like, shaking dick on these hoes? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a problem.
But see, the only
The
problem
video, bro, was full fledged.
the only
That's what I'm sitting there
He
just.
was, though. He
Come
was.
on, bro.
I mean-
She is a problem. Ask any nigga with a girl. You ask, hey, what if I'm over here? You know what I'm saying? It's a video of me going out and there's some chick going balls to the
Ape
wall,
shit.
and I'm over here just cheek to cheek. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I'm
money.
like, my lips cracking. I'm smiling so goddamn hard. It's gonna be problems, repercussions, and you know what I'm saying, ramifications going
Yeah,
on,
she
bro.
going
That's
up
all I'm
inside your
saying.
head.
People love to play.
only problem with that, John, is you got to be careful, because, you know, like,
When can you actually have fun and, like, I guess, experience things as a dude? Is that what you're saying? Like, if you want to draw boundaries, there's gonna be boundaries drawn around you.
yeah, that, and also too with the gay dude thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't really know how gay dudes work like that, you know, with, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, getting their dick
You're
hard
right.
and shit like that.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right,
So
right.
like, that's like a weird, you know, little spot to assume that could happen. I'm not saying it can't. I'm saying I don't know, and I ain't trying to, you know, find out, and I that's too touchy for me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, I feel you, but at the same time, like,
yeah,
that's a situation like that. Say, and I'm not talking about their situation. I'm just talking about as a dude
in general.
That's something I don't think you would maybe even have a discussion with your girl because you may not think that may go down. So, because there's some things you do communicate, and there's some things when you're in a relationship, the communication doesn't happen until there's a foul that's occurred.
That's a good point. But there should be a mutual respect to where,
should,
you know, if something is coming up.
But you dated
or
a girl before, right? And
Hell
like
yeah.
things been cool, and she's maybe done some whole shit that she may have not thought you caught on to,
Yeah.
but because you have experience in life, like you caught on like something that just triggered you, like, oh, like she didn't think I heard her say
But I
what
peeped
she
that
said
game.
Yeah.
to my mans,
Yeah.
and my mans didn't catch on.
But
But
did.
I know,
Yeah.
because I've dealt with this individual. She just maxed it long enough for me to be in this position to where I feel a certain type of way about it.
I think that also comes down to really knowing that person too. Because there's certain girls I'm gonna have that conversation with off rip, and there's other girls where I know like they ain't fucking with that. You know what I mean? They ain't doing certain shit. They ain't on that kind of time. But certain girls that I know, maybe they like other girls. You know, or I know they're into other girls and shit like that. We're gonna have different conversations than girls that I know that are just fucking with dudes. You know, girls that I know
Right.
that wanna have threesomes or want to hook up with their friends when they're drunk and shit
And see,
like that.
that's
You know
another
what I mean?
world of
So,
women
like,
that you're dealing
yeah,
with.
a whole different world.
That's what I'm saying. You're not dealing with square women. You're dealing
Yeah.
with certain women. Not, and it doesn't even have to be in the industry or a certain type of lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's just when you're outside, you can just venture off into another lane of women. Now that
That
lane
shit
of
comes
women,
quick.
and I'll say this. I wasn't speaking on that lane of women. Now, when it
Yeah.
comes to that lane of women, it's a
Yeah.
completely different set
Yeah,
of
a
rules.
whole different world.
Because
absolutely.
anything goes, bro. Like,
And
you know
you
what I'm
better
saying?
know what you're getting into.
Especially,
Facts.
that's what I'm saying.
Facts.
Especially if you're going to some of these
Facts.
adult parties, you know what I'm saying? You go to some of these spaces.
Yeah.
Like, it could be the bad one that's getting off on everybody. Like, it could be somebody that, like, you know who's getting off, and then she starts, like, vibing with you, and you're like, well, I'm not dating her like that. Like, I'm screwing her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if, like, if we're in the spot and another nigga comes up and start, like, macking on her, like, I'm cooling because I
ain't
know
tripping.
what it is.
Yeah.
I ain't tripping.
Those are those types of
Yeah,
situations, and
facts.
that's maybe where like a Ari and Moneybag Yo have met, because you know they're in those type of spaces.
Yeah, they in the
But when
industry.
we're talking about the regular schmo who's dating squares, and you may be a square, you know what I'm saying, and like
Mm-hmm.
you're having a traditional relationship construct, certain things may be out of pocket.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And those boundaries have to be set.
Yeah, man.
Now, did y'all actually see that whole DJ Academics Whack 100 and the 6ix9ine thing interview?
Can I say
Yeah.
something real quick?
What's
Fuck DJ Academics.
Hey, go
Ooh,
ahead, man.
Hot take. Hey, man, let's
Go
hear
ahead.
about it.
I fucking
Let's hear
can't
about
stand DJ Academics, dog. That nigga pisses me off all the time. He's just always stirring some shit up. He's loud for no fucking reason. He fucking rides 6ix9ine's dick. Like, I really don't fuck with Academics whatsoever. Like, bro, what happened? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what happened to Academics? Do he even DJ? What?
Does he-
Who said that?
Yeah.
Bow Wow?
Yeah.
What?
I think he has DJ experience, but I don't really think he's a serious DJ
Yeah,
at all.
no.
My thing with Academics is he's already where he's at in the culture. It's like if you hate like Wendy Williams or like Steve Harvey or like Tom Joyner or something. It's just gonna be those individuals who like even with Charlamagne, you know what I'm saying? Like you hate them, but they just make themselves like a fixture in the game to where it's like even the Funk Flex, people hate
Yeah,
Flex
people can't
gut,
stand Flex.
but Flex ain't going nowhere.
Flex ain't
You
going
know what I'm
nowhere.
saying? And
Flex
it's
ain't going nowhere.
bro,
At
and
all.
it's what you hate him, you love when he gets on his Flex Hogan rants and he be going off
He
on
talking
niggas.
this shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
like,
I swear to God, I don't know how Flex be talking that fast, that long, that loud. Like, homie does not catch a breath.
bro, for real, dog. He be spitting all on the microphone, dog. Like, and my only thing with Academics is just like he's like a necessary evil, bro. It's like
He
like
really
certain,
is, though.
It's like certain bugs that if you took them away from the world, like if you took like gnats and like mosquitoes away, it'll fuck up the whole ecosystem. Like you really need them gone tomorrow. Like you needed them gone yesterday. That's what Academics is. It's like he's a mosquito that like he needs to be around to make
man.
to make the ecosystem go. And he's like the Adam Schefter
Yeah.
of like
hip hop.
Yeah.
Hip hop.
You know what I'm saying? And it is like, damn, bro, like, you need this nigga, bro. Like, anytime something happens, he comes through. Like, anytime academics gets mentioned, he just be like on your timeline, and he be like, man, why this fuck nigga had to like break the news?
And plus, you know, when he drop it, his sources is legit. It's official. Bro.
Yeah, I don't know how he be getting through,
His
but
drops,
he be getting
like-
through.
Bro, because that shit you talking about, this nigga dedicated to the bullshit. So, like, eventually you'll
dedicated.
become, like, one thing, I'll say this in America, bro. You can be, like, the greatest anything. Like, you
Yeah.
could literally be the greatest bologna sandwich maker of all time. And, like, you'll get a TV show and be, like, a multimillionaire off of the Food Network
Facts.
and Netflix by being, like, dedicated your life to making the best bologna
Make-
sandwiches. But I'm just saying, like, even with, it's like, whatever you want to be the greatest at, you can. Like, Act literally invented a fucking job.
Yeah.
And been like, I'm the greatest at this shit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
go ahead, we don't even know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
Until he did, it's like, damn.
He did that shit.
It makes sense now. So a lot of times, like, people have to invent the wheel in their own industry. And even though it's like, yeah, we hate Ack. I mean, he's not my favorite individual, but I appreciate him setting an example of hard work.
I will give him that. Like I might not like Ack. Well, not might. I don't like Ack as a person, really. But, like, he definitely carved out a little section for himself. And nobody else. There's a whole bunch of people trying to be like Ack, kind of, sort of. But nobody else has come close to being able to do what he does, in my opinion. I think Charlemagne is similar, but in a different tier. And I even, like, want to tiptoe around even saying that, because I feel like it could almost be misconstrued as disrespectful and, like, kind of just out of pocket. But, like, they're both on the same kind of shit, just in a different level. You know, Charlemagne's also a little bit more commercial, a little bit more put together.
Yeah, that's what I'm
more
about
of
to
an
say. He's
adult,
more in the
more
industry
mature.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas Ack is just out here still wilding and shit, you know? Like,
Definitely, man.
Covering beefs and
yeah.
Definitely, man.
Talking crazy about Chicago, like, that
So-
shit.
And the Whack 100 6ix9ine interview is gonna drop, I think, Monday on Spotify. Whack 100 is actually on a Clubhouse room today. I recorded like a little bit of it, and he was going back and forth with people
About what?
about him interviewing 6ix9ine.
Uh-huh.
And I could play a little bit of
but
it.
they feel like he's a hypocrite.
That's interesting. I'd like to know how Whack 100 and 6ix9ine,
Yeah, they kind of
how
called
that
him.
happened.
Yeah, they kind of called him a hypocrite during the interview and everything. I mean, really wasn't even an interview, bro. They were just really just.
Just
like
going
sit
back and
down.
forth.
Yeah, let me see if I can play this.
He's not even serious. That nigga's a rat.
But look,
Hey, yo, black and white.
whose duty?
His
Whose
name is
duty
Black
is
and
it to
White.
do
Listen,
something to
Mad
6ix9ine?
enough to do somebody. Don't
Real
kill
killers
me.
clean their own
But why y'all acting like we telling y'all to do something to the nigga? We not telling y'all to do nothing.
What
to
you
that
mad about? I interviewed him for. I
I
got
didn't say I
answers
was
that
mad about the interview.
I
told
asked
you.
questions that people want to
Yo,
answer.
Wack, the main thing, I said that shit 10 times. I said the only thing I'm mad about is you trying to say
Yo,
he's a
Wack, you
civilian
know
and
if
not
you
a rat.
wasn't in this room, Wack, it'd have been a whole room. Yo,
That's my
Wack
whole
crazy.
shit.
Yo,
He
is
was
that
not
clip?
in
Wack
this room,
got
right?
on.
Hey,
Wack
let me
violated,
tell
but
you,
now
let me
niggas
enlighten
is
y'all
dick
something, right?
riding.
Dick in their mouth.
Hey, let me
That's
enlighten y'all something. Let me enlighten y'all on something, right? Like, everything I do is always a calculated move. Everything I do, right?
As it should be.
Okay, so this room is only here because of me. Don't think this is somebody. Nigga, that nigga up there is got a red bandana in his back pocket, know the address to my house. I'm
No,
just
I'm
like
not
y'all
saying
something.
you missing. I'm not saying that, Wack. What I'm saying is,
What I'm trying to tell you,
And this is Whack 100 responding to people on Clubhouse about his interviewing 6ix9ine and how that maybe contradicts some of the gang ties and gang rules. And here is Whack explaining why that doesn't apply to 6ix9ine. I just want to, you know what I'm saying? Just,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
give people
set it right.
context, right?
if you wasn't on Clubhouse, it'd have been another room where
Every
everybody
move-
that's agreeing with you, niggas would have been like, Wack foul.
Yo, Wack, it's so
Every
real.
move
Yo,
Wack
Wack, fuck that.
violated.
It's so real. If you wasn't in this room right now, half these niggas would have been talking crazy
hey,
about
bro, every move
Hey.
is a calculated step.
Half
Okay?
these niggas would have been talking about Wack crazy. That nigga bugging. What he doing? with
Yeah,
his
and
mom?
listen, all those people, I am urging you to come Monday. To go watch the interview, please. It'll be on Spotify.
Hey, yo,
okay?
Wack, I'm not down.
Hey,
You
yo,
handle
hold
that
on
man.
real quick,
I'm not
Billy.
down. You handle him
Hey,
like
yo,
nothing
Wack.
less of a man. I'm not down with that.
So we can pay.
Hey,
But my point is like, I'm not.
And pretty much, you know, Whack was telling them niggas like, hey man, if we really want to talk about it, like, I'm from LA, bro. We ain't handling like New York niggas beefs, bro.
Yeah.
On top of the fact, like, we put down that gang shit on the East Coast. Y'all let that shit happen, bro. Like, y'all niggas basically like y'all handle y'all own beefs, bro.
Yeah,
y'all
that's your
kill this
problem.
nigga. Yeah, every time we talk, y'all East Coast niggas, y'all talking about he got security. Well, I was there. He ain't had no security with him. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
pretty much, I feel like it was a little entertaining. And he was telling them, he was like, "Why y'all get mad? I'm entertaining y'all." Wack
Yeah.
is pretty much telling these things, bro. This whole rap shit is wrestling, bro. Y'all niggas thinking this shit real,
WWE,
bro.
man.
Everything, like you said, everything is calculated, bro. They got everybody all up in arms. Everybody's gonna be waiting to peep the Spotify. People are gonna be waiting to see clips pop up on Twitter and shit. You know,
You got three problematic motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah.
You
One
got Ack,
room.
6ix9ine, and Wack. All three motherfuckers you just wanting to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Ack
Like,
gonna be the mediator, probably
Ack
hyping
ain't
shit
go,
up.
Ack is gonna be a fake meteor. Ack gonna be whoa,
He
whoa,
gonna
whoa.
be
yeah,
mediator.
yeah.
Hey, yo, chill. And just
No,
let
no,
the niggas
no,
go.
no.
Yeah, exactly, bro. That ain't mediating shit, bro.
No, I could be like the nigga on like, you know, remember Celebrity Deathmatch?
Oh man,
You know the little like announcers that like
Yeah.
get little anchors.
That's
That's
exactly.
Ack right there.
that's exactly, man.
But see, this is what I want to see. Like, if 6ix9ine gonna disrespect Wack, and if he does, how does Wack respond in that moment?
I mean,
He'd
hey,
probably laugh at him.
yeah, I mean, the little clip came out and he was like, yo, stick to the topic. He was talking to Wack.
Yeah,
So, I mean, you know, the edits are going through right now. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a very explosive Spotify episode. And some people think this might be his permanent guest. I don't think that's Academic's permanent guest. I just think that was an interview,
Nah,
and he's
yeah.
going to eventually get a permanent guest. So, yeah, man. I think we covered all the topics today, right?
yeah, man, yeah.
Yeah.
that's-
Yeah,
Sounds like
smooth
it.
and easy, man. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate, you know what I'm saying, everybody pulling up. Shavante, I appreciate you pulling up.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
man.
Thanks
You know
for
what I'm
having
saying?
me.
You already
bro.
know, bro.
I fucking
Yes, man.
You know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
it, yo.
Like,
It's good
this
talking
was-
to y'all.
This was a really dope episode. My nigga Randy, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate him again coming through, hopping on the mic, recording. My homeboy Robert came through, you know what I'm saying?
Rob,
Saying a few words, you know
what
I'm
up,
saying?
though?
Robert. I also want to say thank you to everybody who downloaded the last podcast. We literally did over 700 downloads for episode.
Still going up.
It's still going up. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna recheck it again before
Everybody
we get
go
off.
like, comment, subscribe.
Yo, like we literally did numbers. We cracked the highest podcast I've ever done. Like right now, you see, I got 740
I see
downloads on the last podcast. That's literally almost
7
doubling
days.
up the
It's
last.
up.
And you know what I'm saying? Over time, we're doing better. We're gonna drop this podcast. We're gonna also drop the audio on Buzzsprout, and we're gonna drop the visual on YouTube. This is gonna be the first time we actually have a visual show. We have multiple cameras on this one. It looks very high tech. We got the Teddy Riley set up for
love
everybody to peep. You know what I'm saying? So this was Perspectives and Facts podcast, episode 17. This is your boy Florida Boy Jay. I got my 3 co-hosts. I appreciate it. Catch us next week. Thank you, and we are out of here.
Gang.
You're
Gang, peace out, man. Thank you.
All right.
shout out to the crew.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man.
Damn, it's crazy taking the headphones off of the hat.